Gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Stockholm, Sweden. Apple brings us safely secure alongside of the bird, and we have received clearance from the local authorities for passengers to proceed ashore. The gangways today look at our gala deck number 4 forward and midship, and this can be accessed via the forward and midship stairways and elevators. In addition to your cruise card, we would like to remind our passengers that you should carry a photo ID with you before leaving the ship, as you may be required to show this at the security checkpoints when leaving or returning to the pier. If you are booked in one of the ship's organized tours today, please take careful note of the meeting time and place, which is printed on the front of your tour ticket. Airborne Princess will be sailing for Copenhagen this afternoon, and we ask that you return on board no later than 1:30 p.m. Once again, Airborne Princess will be sailing for Copenhagen this afternoon, and we ask that you return on board no later than 1:30 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever your plans are for today, we hope you enjoy an excellent day ashore in Stockholm.
So, good morning again, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Stockholm. My name is Eva, and our driver is Lars Åke. Very Swedish name. We will practice some of your Swedish. Anybody who had ancestors here from Sweden? Yes. We are going to show you this part of Stockholm, and in a certain area where many people in the 1800s who could afford to go all the way to the US, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Stockholm, size of Stockholm today, in central Stockholm we are close to 1 million inhabitants in these central islands here. Including suburbs, we are close to 2 million now. And all of Sweden has almost 10 million only, but also a lot of land. Those 10 million will live here in southern Sweden, most all of us. So northern Sweden would be a big area of lots of woods and free open nature. So again, the area ahead of us and this street that we will pass along to come downtown is the most prestigious street in all. Tiger Woods had an apartment straight up here at the end of this tree avenue. And you know the story about Tiger. He did a tiger properly. Before we go downtown, we plan to show you the nice area of diplomacy. to see the residence of the British ambassador, for example, and the US ambassadors. They have very nice homes in this area. British ambassador with family, he lives in the white building here on our left. Not sunny enough for him to have his afternoon tea up there on the balcony. We see him sometimes and he seems to be very nice. He's nicely waving at all us visitors here. And on our left, a cute stone church, which is the Anglican church, where they hold services in English on Sundays. The church was moved here about 100 years ago when all these homes here were built up. Here on the right, this little square is where there was a bank earlier, where a bank robber hijacked a female woman. This was in the 70s. And the lady turned over and took his side, which became the so-called Stockholm syndrome. And this is our downtown city area. And this is one of the fountains and most popular meeting points in central Stockholm. It's a glass statue actually, all of this. A Swedish glass designer who made this statue. This is the fountain where Lars-Åke and myself would go swimming if Sweden would go and win a championship in football or something. But that's a long time ago we had the chance to do so. So now we see the palace in the distance ahead of us, that's located on Gamla Stan, the old town, where we are going to have a little walk and hopefully it's not raining too much. On our way to the old town we're passing a square here called Gustav Adolf Square. That was the king who ordered the Vasa ship again, who was down in Poland at the time. The commander of the Protestants in the European religious war. And the Opera House is located on our left-hand side of the square here. The old Opera House, the first one was built here in Sweden, in Stockholm, 1700s, and it looked exactly like the building on our right. So this is a building from the 1700s now, housing the Ministry for Foreign Affairs. In the old Opera House, and this is now the big park on our left-hand side, which we passed earlier also this morning. Grand Hotel, straight ahead, the oldest hotel in town. That's where the Nobel Prize laureates are staying, and also Bruce Springsteen, for example, when he comes to town, he rents the top floor, all the suites on the top floor.
I'd like to get a harbor.
Here on the right-hand side you can see the narrow passage that is only the difference between the lake on the other side and the Baltic here. You can go fishing here actually, right outside the Royal Palace. So this is the official audience of our royal family. King Carl Gustaf and Silvia, our Queen, and Crown Princess Victoria. They would have their workplaces here still, but they don't live in this palace anymore.
So blue and yellow is Sweden, blue and white is Denmark.
Yes.
Non la posso fare più. Spostati da là. C'è un camioncino che deve passare.
Attenta all'acqua.
Sweden would have had a large immigration of Finnish people. So we're very close to each other. They are a little better in ice hockey, okay. Many parts of Finland, which is the islands very close to Sweden, that's where they are very Swedish still, speak Swedish and so on. On the old town again, and take you over on the southern island to follow along the waterfront of the lake, and that's your ship out. Anyhow, beautiful view from here, isn't it? And the city hall was of course placed here on the waterfront. Now listen, we got to listen to this very specific sound. You see the tower there with the 3 crowns again? Symbol for Sweden. And where do the 3 crowns come from? Why that symbol? We have no exact theory, but there are a couple of theories. We know for sure that one of these the dinner itself. Waiters are coming down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you in the end had a nice tour with us and that you liked Stockholm. And we would love to see you come back, of course. So, Lars-Åke and I would like to thank you very much for being with us here, and we wish you a nice onward trip.
Pegou aquela bola modernosa. Deixa eu
quero
tirar
pegar.
uma. Me dá aí, deixa eu tirar uma
Mas já
sua.
tá saindo. Ficou
Aqui em
aqui.
frente ao castelo.
Tá saindo.
Agora eu vou ficar bem próximo
We're now starting our 4.5-hour journey down through the Stockholm archipelago. Particularly good weather, but I can tell you that if the sun was shining, this waterway would be absolutely chock-a-block full of small crowds. Because there are about 200,000 small boats registered here in Stockholm. Many families have boats and early in the 20th century, in about 1904, I think it was, he took a cruise, he took a world cruise.